that works in a very coordinated manner, a team that is aggressive, and a team that the fact that it is called a team, they are working as a team. Yeah, so that nothing is left hanging. And they have a strategy which they follow, and there is a measurable way of determining where they are going and how they are doing it. And then, of course, results should be evident.
Awesome. Thank you, Grace. A team that is engaged, a team that is delivering results. And you can see, just like Mary, you both want a team that will give you the numbers. So the question is, then how do you build this team? How do you build this team? And I want to ask you a question. I don't know how many of you here are married or are looking for spouses, but if anyone asks you, what do you look for? Assuming you're not married, or just go back if you are, go back to those days when you are choosing. What exactly were you looking for in a spouse? Does anyone want to share? What are you looking for, or what are you looking for if you're single? If you're asked by someone, what are you looking for? Do you know what you're looking for? You can type in the chat. I'll read it. What Gladys says, a motivated team that is self-driven and motivated. Crispus or Washira, I have seen you. What do you look for? Or rather, what did you look for in a spouse, if you did? Is he here? Okay, let me ask Pinto Atundo. I'm asking the gentleman first.
Thanks for for considering me a gentleman. I think you would be looking for a perfect match.
You're looking for a perfect match.
Yes.
How does the perfect match look like?
Supportive. Easily gelling. Sharing in aspirations. And sharing in the goal.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Pinto, for that. I can see other people here. Gladys says a responsible person, committed one. Victor says a partner. And I would ask, do you do the same when you're looking for a salesperson? Because a team is built of, several or a number of salespeople. What do you look for? Do you know what you look for in a salesperson? Let me hear. So for Pinto, you're looking for someone who can gel with the dream and the goals, all that. But who exactly? Because the first question you need to ask yourself when you're building a team, who exactly are you looking for? Do you have a recipe for the kind of a person you're looking for? Pinto, do you have a recipe for your team? What business do you do? Can you introduce your business so that we get to know you more? This is also an opportunity for you to network with other people.
I wear two hats. One, I'm an advocate myself, and at the same time, I am in the education sector. I run a school.
Oh, you
I
are
wear two hats. Yes. I'm an advocate, and at the same time, I run a private school.
Awesome. So you have a school and you're an advocate. Yes. So when you're looking, you said when you're looking for a partner, it's very clear, the kind of a partner you look for. But when you're looking for a salesperson, who exactly are you looking
for? Somebody who can enable my organization achieve the numbers that I am, targeting.
You're looking for somebody who can enable the organization to get the numbers, but you need to go deeper. Of course, everyone is looking for someone who can make the organization bring the numbers, But the question is, how do they look like? If you see them, would you know who they are? So the first step to getting the right team is, number one, knowing the characteristics of a person you're looking for. There's some people who have even, they want a particular type of voice or a particular type of height that they are looking for. As for me, I look for coachable salespeople, people who are very hungry. I know when, salespeople who are hungry when I meet them. So you need to have a recipe. What exactly are you looking for in this salesperson? Because it's a process. And then the other thing is, how do you develop them? How do you grow them? Because you see, once they come to your organization, they don't come because they don't have other places to go. They come because there's something in it for them. Everybody listens to one FM station. I've talked about this before. I hope the noise is not too much. Let me know if it's too much. George, is the noise too much at the background? Sorry, I had to get into a restaurant. You're muted. I just want to be sure that you can hear me.
No, you can hear you. You can hear you.
Awesome. So once you know the kind of, the ingredients you're looking for in a salesperson, different people and different products will need different type of people. For example, there's some products that you want some mature people because of their network, because of their confidence. So you need to understand your product and the kind of a person who can, drive that product. And then number two, yes, they have come to your organization. People don't go to companies for the sake of it. We say that everybody listens to WIIFM. WIIFM means what is in it for me. So you're getting this person because you want them to drive numbers. That is what is in it for you. But when they come to your organization, do you take time to understand what is in it for them? What are they looking for? Why did they come? Why you? Why did they choose to work with you? So that then you know what exactly motivates them, what inspires them, what will keep them working even when the going gets difficult. So to develop a salesperson, you need first to understand the reason, their why. Why have they chosen to work with you? Now, this doesn't just happen. This requires, a lot of, vulnerability even on your end, so that you're able to unearth their deep-seated desires, their deep-rooted why. Okay, so that is number two. How do you develop them? So as part of development, then the other thing you need to ask, how do you reward them so that they keep, they keep growing? What is this that would make them stay with you? I always ask my people who come to us to recruit salespeople, and I ask them, how will you pay, or rather, how will you reward your sales team? Of course, all of you business owners, you want to pay your sales team on commission, which is very okay. And I am an advocate for commission payments. But the question is, beyond that, as they wait for the commission, what else will keep them picking your calls? So you need to ask yourself, why should my salesperson pick my call? Now, remember, if you keep them on commission only and there's nothing more in it for them, it means you'll be doing other side hustles. Why would they pick your call and not Pinto's call and not Chris? So you need to ask yourself, how do I keep them connected to the organization? I have worked in the insurance sector for many years. Now, insurance sector pays salespeople only on commission only. And many of you ask, how then do they manage to sustain the salespeople? Because they're very inspired, they're very motivated. I'm sure you've seen them. They really are out there to push. And they're not paid a retainer. Most of you who are here, you pay your salespeople a retainer, but they still don't stay, because either the retainer is too small to keep them, or it's too much to keep them comfortable. So there need to be a balance of that. But for the insurance companies, why they're able to keep their salespeople engaged is because there's more than just commission. They sell a vision. Their salespeople are connected to that big vision. In addition to that, you will find that there's a promise of benefits that will come when I meet my target. For example, I'll be put on a medical cover. I'll be put on a pension scheme. I'll get a car loan, such things. Now, for small businesses, SMEs like many of you, you need to ask, why would my salesperson pick the call? Is it a promise of, a beautiful life to come? What is it? So you need to ask yourself that. Number 3. So you have sorted out the reward system, and now they are ready and they are excited to work. Do you have a sales process that they follow? Or are you bringing them to your organization so that they come and help you figure out? Now, it is important for you as a business leader to be able to have figured out the whole sales process. How do people come to know your organization? How do they like you? How do they trust you? That process, we call it a pipeline or a funnel. Okay, so at the top of the funnel, you want to know, how do we attract, our customers? Now, at 20X Entrepreneur, we train on attraction selling. This is whereby we want to be so good at what we do and the value that we give that customers get to come to us and not pushing the products. All right. So the question is, at the top of the funnel, how exactly do the customers come to you? So you need to have figured that out so that when the salespeople come in, they know this is how we do it. For example, at 20X, we do a webinar every Thursday. Why do we do the webinar? Because we want you to come close to us. And after you come close to us, you get to know us, you get to like us, you get to trust us, and then you get to do business with us. Okay, so it doesn't matter who comes to 20X, it's a webinar every Thursday, and we get topics from our audience. They're the ones who determine the topic we discuss because they give us feedback, and then we get a speaker to speak about it, and you keep knowing us, keep liking us, keep trusting us. Do you like us? Amma? Amma, you don't like us?
We like you, like it.
Yes, and we keep moving you to trusting us. So that is the number 3. Number 4. So you have the process ready. So you have, the recipe for your good salesperson, the one you consider a good salesperson. You have onboarded them to your company. You have the right structure to reward them and to keep them engaged and to keep them coming back to the office every morning. And now you have a process that they follow, such that even if they're going to innovate, they innovate based on something that is laid down, some foundation. So don't bring salespeople to create processes for you. You build the process and then they come and ride on it. The next thing that is number 4. Do you have an effective training and coaching program? Because even the best, Kipchoge, who is our best marathoner, he still need a coach. So what plan do you have to train them, to keep them, learning and coaching them? Do you have a plan? And this is where, this is where you come in. This is where you call us and we coach, we train and coach your sales team. But you can also design one in-house for yourself. All right. So you need to have a very clear plan on how do we train from day 1. What do you train on day 1? What do you train on day 2? And every week, your sales team need to have a reason to wake up in the morning. By the way, sales is tough. I've been selling for the last 15 years, and I know it is not easy. So because it is tough, what is this that will keep them wake up with energy every morning to come, and deliver those numbers that you're asking about? And then, yes. Number 5, and the last one for today, I'm just giving you 5 tips today. Number 5 is, what is your follow-up process? So now follow-up is 2 ways. There's a follow-up for the salesperson. Now, I want you to remember that the people who come to your doors are human beings who have needs, who have emotions, who actually have families, and they go through the normal life, processes that you go through on a daily basis. How do you, make them want to come to you and share what they are going through? As a sales leader, you need to remember that you're not just a manager. You are a manager, you should be a coach, should be a mentor, and almost, like a mother, especially if you have a young team, a mother or a father to this sales. Why? Because when you lose, when they get the emotional baggage, they won't deliver the numbers. They're human beings. Even you, when you have emotional baggage or mental baggage, you don't show up to work. So they also go through that. What kind of environment have you created for them to be able to come and say, look, this is what is happening? And how do you make them feel cared for? How do you make them feel, because people do not remember what you know. They just care about that you care for them. So they will forget everything else, but they will remember that you care. And this will keep them engaged and will keep them coming every morning to your organization and transferring the energy of your organization to your customers. So those are my 5 tips for today. And I want to invite questions and comments before we close. Any questions? Any comments? Have I helped you in any way, or have I made you more confused? Because most of the business owners come to me and tell me, Eunice, there are no salespeople in this Nairobi. Where do you manufacture them? Yeah, we are not going to manufacture people from anywhere. They are the same people that you interact with every day, but you need to understand that they are just like you. Any questions or comments? Yes, Shadrach Mudama. Shadrach? Okay. Any comments? You can type your question in the chat if you have any. Shadrach, do you want to speak? I see you unmuting and muting.
Yes.
Do you have a comment or a question or something you would like to add from my 5 tips? Building a dream sales team?
Building a dream sales team. I would like to ask myself, I'm doing a course in Salesforce administration. I've ever heard of, I'm currently taking a course in Salesforce administration. I'm not a salesperson, but I'd like to pursue a career.
You are a salesperson, Shadrach. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm saying I'm not a salesperson currently, but I'd like to pursue a career in sales.
What do you do? What do you do where you work?
Currently, I'm a quality controller in a manufacturing company. Yeah.
Do you know that you're a salesperson, Shadrach? Can I show you how you're a salesperson?
Yeah, you can.
You see, sales, and maybe I start with defining what sales is. Sales is it's that exchange of value. Okay. And we normally say that, once you exchange value, you have to make sure that your customers succeed with what you already provided for them, the solution that you provided for them. Now, as a quality control personnel in a manufacturing factory, For the customer to succeed, you must make sure that you give the best quality, isn't it? So what you do in your organization is sales enablement. You enable sales to happen.
Yeah.
Everybody in an organization is a salesperson. Everybody. Only that you play in a different environment. I give an example of the army. You see, when they go to war, we have the frontliners, isn't it? We have the guys who carry the first aid boxes. We have the guys who, you know, who stay to cook. Can you say that they are not army people?
They are even the ones in the offices and the logistics guys.
Exactly. Even the ones in the office are army people. So you are a salesperson, only that you're not in the front line. Because if you do not provide quality, then that business will go down. So from now on, can you start seeing yourself as a salesperson? Sales is not a career.
Oh, it's not a career?
Yes, it is an action that you do. All right. Thank you, Shadrach, for your contribution. Yes?
Okay, I was asking, I'm currently pursuing a certification in Salesforce administration. And I was able to learn that not very many organizations in the country use the Salesforce software. Like, will it be a waste of time for me to pursue that career, considering that it is a scholarship? Because I would like to pursue a career in sales in the future. Do I have to go back to school and take whether a diploma or a degree in sales and marketing?
I will tell you, as a person who recruits salespeople, I do not look for certificates.
Okay.
I look for people who can sell.
Okay.
Okay. People who can provide a solution to customers' problems. People who can bring in the numbers. So my question to you is, will whatever you're doing bring numbers?
Of course,
Then you pursue it.
Because I'm a good storyteller. I'm a content writer. Yeah, I do a little bit of digital marketing. Yeah.
So as you do the certification, bring in the numbers. Bring in numbers to your organization first. And then you tell them you want to go to sales. You want to move from quality control to sales. That's how you grow a career.
Okay.
A career in sales is not grown by getting more certificates. It's by selling.
Okay.
Yes, but they are good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
They are good to have, but they won't make you, that's not what we look at. We want you to bring in the numbers. So move the department, move from quality control to sales.
Okay.
Power.
Thank you.
Shadrach. Okay. Any other comment or question?
Thank you, Eunice. My name is Crispus. And I must say that those are very useful tips, especially when we are talking about building a sales team. And so I think the only thing that really works for such a program is time, because you would want to have a little bit more of it so that then we also share other experiences. Maybe going forward, you could, for purposes of probably achieving such objectives or getting to that level where we have a moment of even exchanging experiences from our different fields, probably asking us to sponsor would be helpful. That will make you give us the time we need from you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Crispus. That's very important insight. Thank you very much. Yeah, yes, the time is short. We like to keep it short and sweet so that you keep coming for more. All right, but I get your point. Yes, we will we'll take it up from here. Any other comment, George?
Administrators are very great insights into the sales aspect. Basically, sales, building a sales team is the hardest part of any entrepreneur, considering the cost involved and at times non-committal of the members of the team. And again, setting aside that budget and not being sure of the return in it. Maybe you people as experts in being able to identify that person who can come in and be that person is actually to come in. But as you continue interacting, you can see where you can come in and be of value to us. Otherwise, we are quite grateful for the great insights into identifying how to build a sales team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. Asante sana. Anyone else would like to give a comment? And actually, you can share if it is something that you've observed in your company and you'd like us to even discuss it next time. Please share. We have a YouTube channel called 20X Entrepreneurs. I'd like you to go and check it out and just look at the topics we've discussed previously, and also share the topic you'd like us to share, to discuss. Every Thursday, we are here to share, our observation, what we've seen in the market, because we work with different companies, different organizations when it comes to sales. And, we work with manufacturing organizations, real estate, insurance, banking. We work with all this, and we accumulate a lot of, observations on how you can keep building your sales team, and also how you can improve your sales, your sales numbers. Mary Gadara says, thank you for pointing out, as before, the value of the salesperson to a company, and likewise, the value of the company can give to the sales. Yes. The value is both ways. Remember, everybody is listening to what is in it for me. So you have something you have seen in that person. Also, you need to think about them. What is in it for them, so that they stay in the organization and they keep giving you the numbers. Because as you milk the cow, you need to feed, isn't it? Don't milk the cow and you forget to feed it some grass so that it keeps producing more milk. All right? Thank you so much, Mary, for that. Any other comment or addition to, we still have 12 minutes, so we'll. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. All right. If there are no more comments, please check us out. Leave your comment on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and also tell us, what would you want to hear from us the next, we have this weekly. So we have 7 to 8 is set out for you, just to share your experience, and we share a few tips that we've seen, right? Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. See you next Thursday.
Okay, thank you, Eunice.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, same to you, Eunice. Thank you.
Thank you.